Hiya, it's Pat Hopper again. Tonight I'm coloring this image from Dover Publication. It's a sample page from their steampunk book. And I'm using markers, and the technique that is used for coloring with markers is way different than coloring with colored pencils. So I thought I would make a short little video to show you what I mean. First, let me show you the markers I use. Crayola Super Tips, and here's what the package looks like. You can get these at any big box store. I paid around $10 for mine. I'm in Canada. Your pricing may be different depending on where you are in the world, but you can get these at any big box chain store. So look around. They're really nice markers. This is what they look like out of the package. Can you see the Crayola Super Tips? They're a nice size marker. They're not too thin. They're nice to hold in your hand. And this is what the point looks like. They're a nice felt tip marker, and I really like them. For the price, they're good quality. But as I said, the technique is a little bit different than using a colored pencil. If you watched my other videos, you know when I use colored pencils, I like to go in a circular motion, like so. But you can't really do that with this because it goes all muddy and you get like a big dark spot and some light spots and some that aren't even colored in at all. And the same if you go back and forth, you get the same sort of streaking and it gets all muddy. Even if you go back and forth, which is what this is how most people color. They color back and forth like this. But it's the same thing. You get streaks and it gets all muddy, and I'm sure you don't want that on your image. So this is what I do when I'm coloring with markers. Let's go to my image. As I said, this is a page from Dover Publication. It's one of their sample pages from their steampunk book. I found this on Pinterest, but you can download them from doverpublications.com. I think that's the address. I'll post the correct address in the description of this video. But this is what I do when I'm coloring with markers. Do you remember back in the day when we had those coloring books and they came with the little pots of watercolor tablet paints, and you would add a little bit of water and to the tablets and then brush on the paints onto your image, and that's how we colored back in the day. Man, we thought we were artists getting those books for Christmas or our birthday, didn't we? Anyway, so that's kind of the sweeping motion that you want to take when you're coloring with markers, because you can't go in a circular motion and you can't go back and forth. So what you do is you start at the edge of your section and you just go in little strokes like this until your section is colored in. Because if you do it how you normally color, it's going to get all muddy and streaky, and it's just not going to look very nice at all. So take your time, go in tiny little strokes, just as you would if you were using a little paintbrush. And before you know it, your section will be completely filled in. It's not all that complicated, it's just a little bit of extra work, but as you can see, it goes rather quickly because the tip of the marker is larger than the tip of a colored pencil, so you can cover more area. That's why I think so many people like coloring with markers, because they can cover more area. But that's all you do. Little tiny strokes until the area is filled in. Okay? Thanks for watching.